I think it's about time we actually met a real legend. Now, earlier this week, I got the opportunity to meet the scorer of the 7th most important goal in football history. Let's just take a look. Jimmy Glass. Pleasure to meet you.
How are you?
10 years ago, you scored a very important goal that kept Carlisle in the Football League. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I was playing in goal for Carlisle. I was a goalkeeper and I was there for 3 games on loan. And last game of the season, we needed to win to survive. It was either us or Scarborough. And Scarborough had finished 1-1, which meant we had to score. Our game was at 1-1. And it went down to the 95th minute, but we got a corner and we basically had to score. It was that simple. Everyone went into the opposing goal mouth and I thought I'd join them, and basically a corner come in, one of our forwards headed it, their keeper parried it and it just fell straight to me, and I volleyed it in. It was a surreal moment. It's not something you'd expect a goalkeeper to run up and slap in the winner in the last minute, but it saved Carlisle. They were quite happy. The fans then went mad and invaded the pitch, all jumped on top of me.
We know it's 10 years now, so we're looking to recreate that exact moment.
Yeah, great, let's go.
Yeah, let's go for it. So I need a goalkeeper. There you go. Put those on.
What?
I actually quite enjoyed that morning.
Yeah, it's good.
Jimmy, it's brilliant having you show finally on set. And as you can obviously say, that was something like Phoenix from the Flames. Fantastic. Quick question is this. What made you come out of your goal and decide, you know what, I'm going to take a chance at this. I'm just going to come out. There's only a few seconds left. Just go for it. What made you decide to do that?
Well, the truth is, apart from being a goalkeeper, I'm also a frustrated forward. And whenever I stepped onto a football pitch, even though most of my games, if not all my professional football was in goal, I always fancied my chances of scoring. And it sounds crazy to some people, but I just love scoring goals as well as saving them. And faced with the last minute option of either standing in my goal and watching or running up the pitch, and by that time most people thought that Carlisle were relegated. They thought it was all over.
Yep.
And you know, I do remember at the time just thinking that the corner's coming in. I knew our player Scott had headed it and it was going near post and I weren't going to make that, so I just thought, well, I'll just head for the middle of the goal. Because I know whenever I drop across, I know there's always someone stood in the middle of the goal who scores, so I thought, well, I'll just head for the middle of the goal. And as I say, Scott's header went in, their keeper saved it, and it just fell to my right foot.
And that was it.
And then I wasn't really going to miss. I mean, I'd scored a hat-trick the day before in training, so I was well tuned for it. And it just, you know, it flew in, and it was a surreal moment. It's not something I can really truly explain. The feelings, you know, but as I turned away to try and celebrate my first and only league goal,
you couldn't really celebrate, could you?
I just got absolutely poleaxed from all sides, and you know, the team jumped on me, and then the crowd went absolute ballistic. And before I knew it, I had probably 50 people on top of a mass pile up on me. And yeah, the referee got taken out. The fans were jumping on the crossbar. It just went mad.
Animal.
I mean, you think you got a team there, 71 years in the Football League. They're about to be relegated. The fans think it's all over, and suddenly, last minute, out of nowhere, the goalkeeper runs up and volleys in the winner.
You know, it's once you go into football and you have a great career in football as well. But now you've retired from football. What are you doing to contribute back to, to contribute to football again? What are you doing?
When I finished playing football, I kind of, in the end, it didn't go great for me. Yeah. You know, after scoring the goal, it was only about 3 or 4 years later that I was out of football, because it kind of, my life turned into a bit of a circus after that. And in the end, I fell out of love with football, professional football, not the actual game itself, but the whole sort of song and dance that goes on around it. And I walked away for a few years, and I didn't coach, and I didn't really want to do my coaching badges, and I was a bit despondent about it. But every now and again I get a phone call, and You know, there's a charity that are putting a match on. Sometimes it might be in Carlisle, sometimes it might be down here. You know, and sometimes I think, well, I'll put my gloves on.
Yeah.
And it is literally, I might not put my gloves on from one year to the next, and then I'll go out and play a charity game.
Do you have any sort of crazy moments of what fans have contributed to your game or to you?
Fans are great, you know. Even I go to Carlisle now, I get off the train, within
Brilliant.
2 or 3 minutes, someone recognises me and wants to shake my hands. And there's actually a statue of my right foot in Carlisle, which which they put up a few years ago. And I'm taking my children up to see that for the first time in a month's time. We're going to go up and see that. So, you know, sometimes now when I'm driving my taxi, because I'm a taxi driver now, and
oh, brilliant.
You know, I sit there and I sort of think about my career and I think about things, and I'm picking up a little old lady and running around the doctors. You kind of forget, you know, what is out there of my life, you know, with the statue and footage of me playing.
A lot of people, you're going to be recognised as the guy who scored the guy in the goal in the 95th minute to keep a club up. But what would you like to be, you know, to be recognised as?
It's so unique what I did. Not so much a goalkeeper scoring a goal, just the whole scenario, the whole 95th minute, the whole last game of the season, the last minute of the game. It was the last season of the century as well, you know, the whole thing. Oh, wow. And the goal was voted the 7th most important goal in football history. Now, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and judge whether...
The Times made a survey, that's how they judged it. And coming from a source like the Times, that is right, and that is the 7th most important goal. So you're ranked up there, so you will always be up there.
It'll always be up there. So for me to turn around and say, you know, am I frustrated that I'll only be remembered for that, then probably no.
Probably no, yeah.
It's something that I've done. It's an amazing part of my life. Yeah, I might not have gone on to be a Premiership international footballer, but then I might not be in a position I'm in now with a beautiful wife, 2 fantastic children. So you just, you know, you have to sometimes take life and go with what it gives you and be grateful. And I think if I'm going to tot up what I've got, then I'm the luckiest man around.
Well, that's sound advice. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Okay, a round of applause. Everyone for Jimmy.